Peter Venaglia coming to you from the paddock at Yonkers Raceway with an advanced look at next Tuesday afternoon's races here at Yonkers. We have 5 races going at the 1.25 mile distance, 2 with 12-horse fields and 3 with 10-horse fields. And we're going to talk to Jason Bartlett, who, if you want to look at the national drivers' standings for Jason Bartlett, just look right at the top, because Jason currently leads the standings here in the United States with the most money earned this year. Didn't hurt yourself at all last week with the win, perfect pocket trip win in one of our marquee races here, the Blue Chip Matchmaker. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, Pete. Yeah, she was good. She's just a nice mare. You know, she does everything right, and you know, she showed up that night and got the job done.
Yeah, Jason was leading driver here, and he's just off to another fantastic year this year. So let's take a look now at one of the first of the races. It's the non-winners of $8,000, $20,000 claim of the 6th race on Tuesday. And you're driving Teach Me To Bucky, and this is this is the regularly potent combination of Jason Bartlett and Heidi Rohr, and had a couple of wins up at Saratoga, and he's 8 for 22 in the last 2 years. And you at the board with him 5 straight, including a big close for second at the added distance in February. What can you tell us about Teach Me To Bucky?
You know, in this race in particular, you know, he's got a little bit of a job ahead of him with the 7-hole, draws outside, and you know, number 4 KLM Express is dropping way down from now is 18,000. You know, he looks like to be probably the best horse in the race. You know, along with the 10 and the 12. So, you know, for here, we're going to have to, you know, see how the race develops. You know, hopefully he has a little bit of kick on the end, like he always does if you don't use him at all.
Yeah, it's always a bit of a challenge, particularly when you have the 7-hole with 4 trailers behind you.
Yeah.
In the 7th race, which is a non-winners of $5,000, $12,500, non-winners of $5,000 last 6 or $12,500 claimers, you have the drive on. I got to keep on moving. You had your choice of 2 here. You went with Heidi Rohr's horse. Broke in the only Yonkers start they had. What can you tell us about him?
You know, I think that was kind of my fault. He broke here. I think he was going to win that race. He switched gears just too fast and just kind of went off stride. Had a lot of horse around in the last turn, and I moved him out, moved him off the helmet, and he just took right off. And I think we just, you know, went too fast, too quick there. So, you know, I like the horse. He can trot pretty good. You know, then again, we got the 6-hole and 12-horse field, so we're just going to come to trip and see how the race works out.
All right, so I'll talk to you about a refund from last week's race then. Okay.
Yeah.
Race 9 is a non-win, is a 2 pari-mutuel, 20,000 lifetime race, and you have the drive on Want to Get Lucky. This is a horse I believe you've never driven before. Comes in for obviously a terrific trainer in Nifty Norman. Do you know anything about him at this point?
You know, no, not yet, and I'm sure I'll know a little bit. I'm probably watch some replays on it, see how I think it might get around a half. Doesn't really show many half-mile racetracks, but you know, I've been racing good, trotting 55, 56. It looks like a nice little horse here. You know, the race doesn't look very tough to me on paper. So you know, with the lines that it shows here, if it trots to have pretty good, I think I get a good shot.
Yeah, it seems to have some lines with showing some speed, so hopefully you can take advantage. Will you talk to Nifty Norman before the race?
Yeah, I'm sure I'll speak with him before the race, before Tuesday.
In race 10, which is a non-win, is a $6,000 last 6, $15,000 claimer, we have a horse who's familiar to everyone who's been following the Tuesday afternoon races. In Meadowview, Arnie, who was actually the winner of the French-American Friendship Pace, and did so in very impressive style on the front end. Came back last week with a solid closing second in his last behind a big dropper. Changes barns here, but wisely, they don't change drivers.
Yeah. You know, last week he raced really good. You know, What a Winner is a classy old horse. Dropping way down from there. You know, it's going to be tough to beat him, that's for sure. But, you know, this horse raced good. 58 home and 29. So he did everything right, you know, just come up a little short. But this race looks more for his liking, I would think. You know, mile and a quarter doesn't really hurt him. He's got gate speed. Will be in a good spot there early. So I would say he's the horse to beat.
Okay, well, again, Tuesday afternoon, 5 races at a 1.25 mile distance. I suggest you don't leave Jason Bartlett off your tickets. Thanks, Jason.